I think that was very good. It's quite refreshing to see, the youth of this nation come up with such an important, profound understanding of sustainability. I think you mentioned accountability. You mentioned bottom of the pyramid, the bottom-up social development approach. And I think really, if you want to actually, start looking at design and penetrating it within the masses, I think one model or one methodology that really makes sense is this bottom-up. So I think it's pretty profound. I like the idea of the designer being facilitator, and it works in certain contexts, in certain scenarios. But have you tried this? Have you actually worked with the community?
I have recently been working in Meghalaya and Manipur in a small village, and I have been working in Meghalaya. I have been working with the bamboo sector, and in Manipur I am working with the jewelry sector. And what has happened recently, I visited Manipur just 5 days back. I have come back from there, and I was working with these traditional people who make jewelry in Manipur, and they make very traditional jewelry. What has happened? The jewelry is going out of fashion. In the sense, maybe they don't know fashion because nobody is really buying it because they're bulky and they're used basically for weddings. And also some jewelry they are making, they don't directly interact with the consumers. What they are doing is they're copying designs from Bangkok. What the traders do, they go directly to this craftsmen, they give them a catalog, make me this many pieces, and they copy it. And because of the Bangkok jewelry, because they're machine made, and also jewelry from Bombay which are machine made, they go there, they sell it at an equal price at what are handcrafted jewelry, but traders prefer selling the jewelry from Bombay because they get more margin there. So slowly and gradually their whole thing is diminishing the craft. So what my idea was, I'll just give an example. They had one traditional jewelry piece and it was very bulky. I thought of, I don't have it here, but they had a small piece. And I just told them an idea of how one product could come into many products, which they never thought of. Like they had a pendant which had a huge bulky chain to it. And I told them, you have so many textiles, they do lots of bead work. Just take that pendant. Maybe it may sound very, for us designers, very cliche, but for them it was a big idea. That the pendant, they use beads. I told them to use beads. Or just put a chain, make it cost effective, because what happens in rural areas, people can't afford an expensive jewelry. And when I told them this pendant could also be used as a brooch, as a hairpin example, they were really like, we never thought of this. This is, they have the talent, they have the craft ability, but only thing is, some sparks they need, like because they have been working in this field for 20 years, 30 years, they're stuck with a whole thing where they cannot think beyond a certain point. So we designers, we don't need to, and I told him it's not that you need to rely on us. We are just here to give you a spark, just that you can start thinking beyond a certain point. So that was my whole initiative.
Do you think this process can have like a social responsibility?
Yes, because what happens as a designer, we try to force our designs on them. Here, I'm just letting them use their own designs, what they have, and just create something new out of it. As a designer, I'm just helping them, giving a bit of responsibility, give a facilitation as I have used, which will help them create, because another part of this special cluster jewelry is the jewelry that they are making is used by the local people. They are not really exported because maybe they are not that great quality, but at least they are used by the local people there. So which helps them fulfilling at least their little aspirations of wearing jewelry.
What were you doing with the bamboo? You mentioned, have you worked with bamboo specifically?
Yes, I have been working with bamboo for the last 2 years.
And what specifically were you working with bamboo?
Bamboo, my basic idea was bamboo. I was working with a firm in Ahmedabad called Rhizome. The basic idea in bamboo was to create products. They were unprivileged people, and there were some master craftsmen from Tripura, which is considered to be the main place for bamboo, and there were some people from villages in Gujarat. We had taken them, we had training them to create products. The main idea was creating bamboo products, especially what I was working that time was, what has happened today bamboo, the products which are created are craft products basically. What happens, we buy it as a souvenir once or twice, we'll never buy it repeatedly, and nobody in a upper market will buy it, because some products that you create, it just becomes a souvenir, you keep it, it is dusted, nobody really bothers after a point. What our idea was to create products which will make it more contemporary, where people will understand maybe, and it doesn't look really like bamboo, because once you look like bamboo, maybe the design people believe in sustainability, eco-friendliness, but laymen may not really understand.
Sorry, I'm just going to go on for a little while here because to make my assessment I need a bit of clarity.
Yes,
I
sure.
think I'm slightly confused because some of the products that you've been mentioning, like these toasters and these little stools or jewelry and that kind of stuff. The other thing that you mentioned is about design, like being a designer top-down, and then you've spoken about a bottom-up approach, which is motivating the community. You've also spoken about an aspect of potential livelihood generation through these interventions. So what is it? What is your passion? Do you want to be a facilitator? Do you want to work in these rural communities and work towards livelihood generation, upliftment of these societies? Or do you want to be a designer and just start thrashing out and fleshing out important ideas or whatever you have in your mind? Or are you looking at a combination of the two?
Combination of the two people. Exactly, like as I told you, what I learned at Finish, I could apply it to a jewelry cluster or whatever.
Yeah, but let's say you go to a community and they say, fine, you're talking about jewelry and just forget the jewelry.
Yeah.
We have far more profound issues such as housing, water sanitation, health and hygiene issues, lack of infrastructure, lack of electricity. What are you going to take this object and, are you going to, how does it happen? Because you're talking top down and you keep talking about this Tanishq and jewelry.
See, to be, I don't know if I could facilitate them building houses or something, but by creating a livelihood opportunity for them, I'm sure that will help them themselves
Through the crafts.
through the crafts, and I will be visiting other sectors of Assam and other parts in such thing where, and also what is helping me right now with doing so many seminars and visiting these small places, whatever I've learned during my previous years, and I'm able to apply there, and as I know a bit of the market, what is happening, I think by doing little bit of design, as I told you at times, I feel that we try to force our things on them, but giving them little inputs, by creating some source of livelihood for them, they would themselves start uplifting themselves, could have an income to create houses, and we don't really need to make houses or create electricity for them. They
All right,
will be
thank you.
self-dependent.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.